Okay. Well. Oh wait, we're not. Oh, we're not fully ready. We gotta put up our fucking embarrassing ass. How many times we've died? Okay. Get out of my bed, bitch. No, it's my bed. Was he trying to fucking fuck out of my face? Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh shit. Damn. Shit popped off. What's up, Enderman? What are you doing out in the daytime, sir? Okay, goodbye. Is he a small Enderman? Is he a small Enderman? Am I tripping? That's weird. That's weird, man. Why is that Enderman so small? He's just a small boy in a small world. Hope everyone's having a good night. Oh, fuck. I looked at him. That was dumb. Did he die? Nope, nope. I feel like he's small, right? Am I tripping? He's like barely the size of me. I don't know. But yeah, last night, I don't know what happened. I was chilling, like, just playing the game, and dude, my stomach got so sick. I didn't have anything weird. I don't know. It sucked, though. I felt like I needed to throw up, and I ended up not throwing up, but I was super sick all throughout the night. Who knows, man? Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? It's looking like a lonely night for me tonight here. As is part of the grind. You know. As is life. Some days you feel lonely, some days you don't. I don't know. I do know that I got some diamond over here that we need to go get, but we need to find some iron first to be able to mine said diamond. It's weird, we haven't really had a lot of iron so far. I mean, I say that, I got a full suit on, but like, in the grand scheme of things, we really haven't had that much iron. Did I bring anything down? Did I bring enough stuff down to smelt it down here? No, I didn't bring any coal. No coal. Hi. Hopefully we don't die anymore in this game. Kinda hoping it's just a peaceful night. It's Thursday. Another week down. I've been thinking maybe we need to change up how the approach of the stream. Because originally my idea was like Cartoon Network, right? Where every day you know exactly what time your favorite show is going to be on. And that's kind of how I was thinking of this like streaming thing. It's like, you know, every day it's a different game, so that way like you can tune in and watch like the game you want to watch. But I don't know if it's the right thing. And like, am I getting through enough games fast enough? So I look at a game like Mass Effect, and if I had just been playing Mass Effect, I probably would have been done like a week and a half ago. But then on the flip side, like, would I have played a lot of these like random games? I don't know, just a thought. Guess that's a cool thing about being a streamer, is really you just do whatever the fuck you want to do. But I'm also struggling with like games like Legacy of Kain or Cyberpunk and Mass Effect. And you like this schedule? Okay. I was gonna say the one thing that I'm struggling with is like, it's a week when I only play these games once a week at like a specific time. Outside of like, I might do some grinding on Minecraft on like an off hour or something like that. Sorry, the Minecraft music got really loud in my ear. Guess I can just turn it down for me. You know, I'm only playing these games once a week for 2 to 3 hours. Outside of like, you know, I might grind a little bit of Minecraft off stream, just doing like the boring shit. But like Legacy of Kain yesterday, granted we had to cut the stream short because I was sick, like I was saying. But like, I had no idea where I was at, and I couldn't remember what we were doing. So for like the 40 minutes I was live, I was literally just kind of running around in circles, where if I would have just played it like the day after, I'm sure I would have just known exactly where to go on, or had a better idea, because like I wouldn't have forgot. But like, I don't always remember where we're at unless it's a game I'm familiar with. But the problem with that idea is like, when we run into games like Sunday now is Stardew Valley, right? It would take me months of just streaming Stardew. Well, not months, but a couple weeks of just streaming Stardew Valley to get where we're gonna consider it a win. Um, and like, I know not everyone just wants to watch Stardew Valley, right? Just don't forget Gosh, haha. Yeah, I know, right? My brain just be a little less smooth. And like, not every game we get and that's on that list is like this bulk long game, but now I feel like we're kind of strapped in for some really long games on stream right now because we got this, which is going to take a while, especially if I keep dying. Because like, I mean, I'm just not gonna rush it anymore because like we've already died 5 times or 4 times. Cyberpunk, pretty long game. Death Stranding, I believe, is a really long game. Mass Effect is a long game. Stardew Valley is a long game. So, if we beat Legacy of Kain, which, looking at some of the guides and playthroughs, like it's, a 4 to 6 hour game if you know where you're going. If I get another game that's long, then we're strapped into the same schedule for, 2-3 weeks, which for me is not bad necessarily, unless I hate the game. But I'm pretty quick to jump off a game if I'm not having fun playing it. That's just me. Like if people really want me to play it, I for sure will, right? But if there's not many people watching, and I'm not having fun playing it, like we'll just move on. Because like I said, I have 300 games on the list right now, and I still have like I think 800 games on my Steam wish list that I haven't added to the list, and like a shit ton of games on Epic and Xbox and all that. So, and that's not even talking about what happens when I'm not gonna do this anytime soon. Maybe I don't know, but like eventually I'll get a setup where I can stream like games on all my consoles, and I have all the old school consoles. There's a few specific games that I want to play on the Dreamcast. There's a lot of games I want to play on the N64. So like, we haven't even scratched the surface of what's really to come. Um, and really, I mean, I hope everyone is in it for the long haul like I am. I say that being as someone who's taken a lot of breaks and long gaps of streaming, but I think it's just at the point now where like I just don't see myself stopping again. And honestly, if I stop again, probably will be for the last time. I don't say that lightly. It's just, if I have stopped streaming, 7 or 8 times in my life and gone back to it, if I do it again, I think I should just be done. And that's why we're not going to do it again. Right? That's the point of this conversation, is like I'm giving myself uh, that reality check. If I've stopped doing something so many times, should I really be doing it? And I do. I want to be here. I want to be streaming. Uh, that doesn't mean that I might not take days off. That doesn't mean that I won't take off a week for a vacation or a mental break or anything like that. But if I go a month or 2 months or 3 months again without streaming, or I think the last time was a year, like, why am I doing it? So, but just some food for thought for today. Exactly, exactly. Just keep streaming. Um, but yeah, I streaming makes me happy, regardless of I when Forrest, if you guys don't know who that is, the old um, co-host of the podcast that I did. You know, when we started streaming, like we really didn't know what to expect. Um, you know, for the first couple months, we were just going live and talking to the void and talking to friends and having friends on talking about whatever, and like didn't really have like a direction and really didn't know what we were doing and all that type of stuff. But one thing I feel like got into my head, and I'm sure it got into his head, was just like we were worried about like viewers and how many views we got, and like the reality of it is like I feel like there's very few people, unless you are already famous, if you want to use that, um, who make it and their intention is to get rich and famous, right? I feel like we're at a point with content creation and streaming where people see through that. And like there's still people who do it who are prominently making, you know, a living streaming, and that it's just they're doing it for the wrong reasons, which is fine, or they're drama based or all that type of stuff. And I get it, right? I know a lot of people who fucking love watching drama and they love all the bullshit and all the, you know, silly made up fake stuff. Like I get it. But I think for people who are just actually gamers, like there's a couple ways to really achieve like a following streaming, right? One, you're just a god tier gamer on a specific game, right? Like, you know, I look at some of the new people like Jinxie. You know, Jinxie grinded his ass off streaming in Rainbow Six, but like he really made like I don't know how much he streams Rainbow Six anymore, but that's really where he made it. Like he was a fucking huge Rainbow Six player, and he was super talented, but he was also a character. He was funny. He was goofy. He was silly, right? And he was able to take that into the next level of, you know, doing different content creation that was outside of his wheelhouse. You know, I think there's something to be said about people who are just consistent and somewhat entertaining. Um, you know, I've been wanting to let myself out of my box a little bit more. It's funny because like in person, I think most of the time I can be really goofy and silly and like get loud and obnoxious. And then when I turn on the camera, there's some days where I'm like, I'm kind of shy and timid. I'm like, I don't know why. Uh, you know, I think it's just like that mental block of like still thinking people are like, it doesn't matter. Like, my goal at the end of the day, right, is, and I've said this 100 times with like where, like, why I wanted to do content creation in the first place is, you know, when I had bad days and dark days growing up, or, you know, in my teens and late 20s and or early 20s and all that shit, is like I always churn to content creators because like I like movies were great, TV shows were great, right? But like I could get on and like watch someone play a game or talk about whatever, or see the new, you know, top 5 Call of Duty clips, or watch, you know, some people play Minecraft, or Red versus Blues got a new episode out. And then you get to talk to those people who make that content, and like it takes you out of the reality for just a little bit. And you know, that's what I want to be able to do, is like have that be that like that same thing for some people. And if it's one person, if it's 10 people, if it's 1,000, it doesn't really matter. You know, to me, it's just it makes someone giggle or take them out of the bad day they're having for a little bit, and just to hang out and just be chill. And you know, that's always that was kind of my goal when I shifted into like individual content. You know, when I was doing the podcast, I love podcasting. I do. You know, I did 250 episodes. That's 250 episodes. If you're averaging at least 2 hours an episode, which we had some that were 4 to 6 hours, you know, I've talked a lot. I've talked to a lot of people, and I love doing podcasts. What up, unnamed? Um, I love that world, and the only reason why I'm not doing that anymore is just the scheduling nightmare. If I was able to do content creation full time, I would be doing 2 podcasts right now, maybe even 3, because I have an idea that I've been sitting on for a long time now that I think would be really fun. I would bring back Top Shelfers and just interview people, and then I'd probably do the true crime one again, like more full time with or without um, my co-host. Hey, thank you for the following. Uh, that's just the reality of it. But where I'm at right now, and where I have been at since I kind of stopped the podcast, is like it's so hard to navigate your own schedule, and then you're navigating people who are busy, who have lives, and you're trying to figure out a time that they can come, and then like there's this kind of like weird shit. It's I don't really know how to explain it, but like you take your I took my content semi seriously with the podcast, where like if I plan on having somebody here, I plan my day around that, right? Like I plan my whole day around their schedule to make sure that we can work it out, and I can make the time for you. You can come here, we'll work on your schedule, all that type of stuff. As I think like a good podcast host should do, right? Maybe the roles are reversed if they're coming on your podcast for like growth opportunities. I don't know. Who cares, right? But there was just one too many times where I would set up this whole entire day and be sitting here ready to go, waiting for him to show up, and then it's like 10 minutes late, 15 minutes late, 20 minutes late, 30 minutes late, 40 minutes late, and then it's like, okay, I text him like, hey, just making sure do you need help finding the place? Like, are you lost? Like, Uber? Like, well, what do you need? And it's like, oh yeah, sorry man, I forgot, I can't make it. And it's like, okay, so you wait until now to tell me? And I know it's not everybody, right? And not everyone means offense by it, and it's not, people get busy, but at the same time, it is kind of like a little bit of a disrespectful thing to like, I don't know, like, I don't know how to, I don't know how to explain it, but I'm sure it makes sense to those who are listening. So I guess to go back to my point, right, is like, to get away from talking about podcasts, because that's not what we were talking about, but like the whole point of content creation for me is like, I want to be able to be that friend, be that person that can like take someone out of their bad day with a smile, or just someone to talk to, and play some cool ass games that I enjoy, or that people want to see me play, or people want to see beaten or whatever. Like, the little gimmick that I have for this, right, is like, we're trying to break the record for most games beaten. Will we ever do that? I don't know what the fucking record is, but like, it's a cool idea, and it gives me something to work towards. It gives the stream something to be hyped about when we actually get up to like big numbers. Hopefully it opens up some doors to people who have beaten way more games than I have, and there's conversations that could be had or whatever. Like, but at the end of the day, like, I'm just doing this because like, I love being in front of the camera, right? I love talking to people. I always have. I always will. There's day, like, I still have bad days like everybody, and what do? I get on YouTube and try and find whatever videos I've missed from my favorite people, and catch up, you know, or hop on Twitch and see if I can find someone that will make me laugh a little bit, you know, and that's what I want to be, is like, I want to be able to do it full time so I can put my whole life into it and put my whole effort into it. Um, and know that I can still support myself and those who I need to support around me enough that, like, that we don't need to stress about money, you know. And it's funny too, because like, it's really not a lot of money. I think that's what people get confused, is like, you know, they see streamers like Kai Cenat, who I love him and his AMP team and the content they create, the culture shifts that they're making, and it's awesome. It's awesome to see. It's so entertaining, and you know, I feel like there's been some of these, like, these people who have been like the stepping stones for taking what this is into like the next level, right? Kai Cenat's the main one who's doing it right now. You know, he is by far the biggest streamer that is and has existed on any platform. You know, he's been able to reach the different levels, and then before him, right? Like, there's like Aiden Ross was doing his thing. I didn't really watch a lot of him, but from my understanding, he's kind of was like he found some of these like super popular, like he was like a part of finding some of these new popular people or something. I don't know, right? Regardless, you know, and then there's that iShowSpeed, and you know, he kind of a whole entire different approach and outlook, and he's very much he's wild, but he's funny and he's entertaining. You know, before that, you had the Tims, you had the Ninjas, you had the Docs, and all that, who are, you know, getting bigger and bigger followings and really taking it to the next level. I mean, they were getting recognized by sports teams and all that type of stuff. And, you know, it's at the point now where it's so big and so popular that it's not just some people playing games on the weekend, or, you know, League of Legends running their tournaments. Like, you got hundreds and thousands of people watching a streamer. You know, that there's more viewers on some of these streams than on most television programs nowadays, which is a crazy thing to think about. You know, and I just hope that with consistency and genuineness, and I like to think that my heart's in the right place, right? Like, all I've ever said, and I've said it like since the beginning, I like, obviously my dream is to do this full time, right? Like, be able to wake up and and just work on all things that are related to content, videos, editing, social medias. Like, I enjoy that type of shit. I do. I do. Editing can suck my ass from the back, but that's besides the point. I can do it like on a low level, and it's fine. But, you know, the one thing that I want to do, like my next step after that, is like, I've talked about this a lot, is like, I want to have like an in-person. I mean, the easiest way that I could explain it is like, if you guys watch Rob Dyrdek's Fantasy Factory, right? Not specifically like that, but I want to own a place where I can bring people locally, or even if it's not locally, and give them the playbook to reach their goals. And not just like content creators, right? Like, you know, with content creating comes all sorts of other things, like You know, you have to have your businesses set up. What avenues are you going to go down to make more money? All that different type of stuff. Like, you know, I want to be able to have a place where people can come and record for free. I want a place where people can come and, you know, put their minds together and create a business, or, um, you know, if they're whatever their dream is. You know, I want them to be able to come and have a group of people who are supportive and have the resources to just make it, like, start making it happen. You know, there's a lot to be said about where the world is now, and I'm not talking politics or anything like that. I don't do politics. Uh, but I've seen in a lot of places where, and I've experienced it myself. Like, first and foremost, I've experienced it myself where these people figure out a way to make it doing something that you want to do, right? Whether that be streaming, or, you know, a business, or music, or movies, or acting, or whatever it is, right? And then they go there's always like two avenues. Either they try and monetize how they made it through videos, books, you know, conferences, whatever it is, or they, like, refuse to say, because then it's like, well, I can't have competition because then that's taking away from me, right? And I 100% disagree with that philosophy. I do. Because, like, at the end of the day, in my eyes, if I could have, if throughout my life, if I could help, like, what's a crazy, 1,000 people accomplish their dreams, I'm pretty sure I could die happy. And that's all I really want to do. And I feel like for me to be able to do that, though, I got to accomplish mine. Otherwise, who am I? I'm just kind of a fucking dude who talks. So, sorry, I don't know. Oh, well, we're dead. Oh, got lucky. Oh, nope, we're dead. I got emotional. Sorry. I died. But, oh, they changed all this. Sorry. Jesus. Um, I didn't spell that right. Fuck it, who cares? Um, but yeah, I mean, that's the goal, and, you know, I've talked about it a lot. And, oh my god, what kind of spawn is this? How am I supposed to get wood, bro? This is fucked up. This is the worst spawn I've ever had in any Minecraft ever. um, I think what makes it emotional for me talking about this is, like, there's been a lot of times where I've half-assed stuff, you know, and this is me just being vulnerable and honest with you guys, whoever's watching. You know, there's been times in my life where I should have put harder work into this and more work into this. And instead, I was lazy and I sat here and did nothing. You know, I smoked weed and didn't do anything, or I got on and played games and didn't stream, or didn't work on anything, or blah 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 blah. Like, there's a lot of examples of that in my life. Um, you know, you can chalk it up to a lot of things. Chalk it up to just being a depressed piece of shit for a lot of my life. Chalk it up to really low self-confidence in a lot of parts of my life. Not caring what happens to me, or, you know, you could chalk it up to a lot of stuff, and it makes me sad because, like, not that I'm a firm believer in comparison is the thief of joy. If you've never heard that quote, it's very important, especially in today's day and age, to understand that and to try and live by that as much as you can, because it's so easy to compare yourself to everybody else, right? And I try my best not to compare myself to others, right? Whether that be financially, mentally, you know, content creation. Like, is there people who are in my boat who are doing better than I am, or, you know, all that type of stuff? So at the end of the day, it's irrelevant, right? It's irrelevant because you see snapshots of where people are, but you know, you don't know where what they did to get there. You don't see all the hard work. You don't see all this or that, you know. And I don't believe in hating on people because, like, maybe they just had better opportunities than you. That's just how it works, right? And that's fine. But the one thing that you can always give yourself is just work fucking harder for it. And I didn't. All that time of, you know, doing the podcast, like, I could have worked so much harder. I could have, man. Like, and I try not to live with regrets, and I only have a couple of them so far. But, like, I really regret not pushing way harder, because we could have done so much more. But all I did was show up and talk, and sometimes post podcast episodes, you know. And I wasn't grinding online. Like, I wasn't networking, I wasn't making connections, like, outside of the people who wanted to come on the podcast. I wasn't clipping. There's so, like, that's the crazy part, is like, clip farming is a pretty common term now, right? It's where you just get crazy clips, and that's how you grow. And it really is, right? Like, it's getting osmosis organic viewership is very rare nowadays, right? You got to get clips that get views on Reels and TikTok and whatever the Facebook one is, YouTube Shorts and all that shit. Because everyone's attention span is so shitty nowadays. Like, there's not people who are willing to sit through podcasts unless they actually think you're funny, right? And the amount of funny shit that happened on that podcast is unreal. Like, and if I would have just worked harder, it probably would be in a crazy spot. It really would. Like, there was a lot of times too where it was bad content, and we were sitting there looking at each other or looking at our guests, like, just like that meme of that guy poking the dog with a stick. It's like, come on, do something. Like, but there was some fucking gold, and I just didn't work hard enough, you know. And it sucks. It sucks to think about And I still don't feel like I work hard enough doing this, right? Like, I'm not editing as much as I should. I'm not producing as many videos as I should, which is, it's a double-edged sword though with videos. I feel like I've kind of found a little niche that seems to be doing better than anything that I've done in the past. I just need to do more of that niche, at least for YouTube's sake, right? Twitch, I don't know how to grow on Twitch aside from just being consistent, and I'm hoping that one day all of the people that I've met on the platform and through streaming just show up once, all at the same day, and it makes a big impact, and then we go from there. But it is really just consistency, hard work, and some luck, right? The one thing that I'm happy about, at least where I'm at in my life, is like, you know, I haven't gave up on my dream. And I tell myself I refuse to do it. Because, like, I am somebody who, and hopefully if you listen to me talk this whole time, right, like, you kind of get an idea of the type of person I am. But, you know, I don't say this in a arrogant or cocky way, but I have a little bit of the intellectual burden, as I like to call it. What that means is, like, I have a hard time with calmness and not pushing for something. Because immediately when I'm not, my brain just says, well, why are we living right now if we're not doing things that make you happy? What's the point? Because at the end of the day, right, we don't know what happens when we die. So if I'm not enjoying the now, then what am I doing? Right? And I call it intellectual burden because it gets much deeper and much more complex and not fun to talk about on stream. But that's kind of the gist of it. So, like, I feel like if I give up on streaming or whatever, like, content creation, I just say goodbye to all this, either it's on to the next thing, or I don't know what it would look like. I feel like it'd be weird. Because I need something to be able to, like, work on and work towards that isn't just, like, go to work. Because, like, I'm not a money guy. The things in life that I want don't need a lot of money except helping others. I need a lot of money for that. I have my dream car. I wanted it for a long time, and I was finally able to get it. I don't need another car. I never wanted a big house. It just seemed like a lot of work. Doesn't mean anything to me. I don't care about fancy clothes, jewelry. Like, don't care about really a lot of stuff, to be honest with you. You know, so money never made sense for me, you know, as far as, like, the main driving factor of what to do in my life. Don't get me wrong, like, I've made decent money in my life doing things, and, like, I have investments, and I have 401ks, and I got, you know, got stocks and things and all that stuff, right? made some money on crypto, but it doesn't mean much to me because the things that I want to do don't cost millions of dollars. I want to travel. You can travel pretty fucking cheap. You really can, right? Like, I could take a 2-week vacation to Japan and do most of the things that I want to do for 4, 5, 6 grand. Maybe if I want to splurge, 7 or 8. The grand scheme of things, guys, it's really not a lot of money. It is. Don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to say like, oh, 10 grand. It is a lot of money, but it's not millions of dollars, right? I want to do this Dream Factory thing. That costs a lot of money. But streaming, going on dates with my wife, buying cute little shit for her, like, I don't need millions of dollars. I think we're gonna die again. I don't know what to do. So whenever the day comes where I'm able to do this full time, and actually do it full time. So I've had times in my life where I should have just hit it hard, but I didn't. I've just been rambling to myself mostly, I think. I guess a good vent session for myself is healthy. Talk out to the void, because you never know. Alright. Love you too. Familiar face. Okay. Let's lock in. Maybe. Damn, look, it's your mom. It's a big fucking hole. Sorry, that was aggressive. Oh, I didn't mean to make that many fucking axes. God damn it. I guess I am. Got to chop them up. I have a new game plan. We're gonna just be a nomad. Nomad traveler. We're going down into the depths. So we're gonna need a lot of wood and a lot of food. Remember those lamb chops you had in Reno? Is that where we stayed? That place was so weird. I still feel like we got put in the back of that restaurant because we weren't dressed up. We got put with all the other people who were just stuck in Reno. I just didn't know it was a fancy ass place. I didn't think fucking. I didn't think fucking. Casino restaurants were fancy. Until we walked past all the fucking dudes in suits and the chicks in skin tight black dresses. I was like, oh fuck. I don't think we're in the right place right now. Funny part was I probably tipped that fucking waiter more money than anyone in that building. Oh, for real. Adam Sandler's the GOAT. That's a good. Hold on. I gotta write that. need to do an Adam Sandler tier list. I don't think I've done that yet. That was such a crazy night. Never, you know. Poor Beyond Bert talked to the fucking afterlife, I guess. And I fucking wasn't helping. I didn't do a goddamn thing to help that night. Except freak her out. That trip was amazing, though. Oh, hello, pup. I got any bones for you? No bones. No bones. I don't know if there was help. Yeah, but I mean, I could have not scared you with my whole foot thing or toenail thing. Oh, shit. Man, I got an asshole. Over there booty popping, finger popping each other's assholes. See, I guess context to the story, Beyond Bert was allegedly partaking in some of the legal in Nevada stuff, and apparently, to my unknowing in the moment, she was having quite the fucking crazy, scary experience. And then my ass starts talking about how because I had stubbed my toe a little while ago before that, or I can't remember exactly what it was, but one of my toenails was fucked up, and it finally broke off or something, and I was just so nonchalant about it with her because it wasn't a big deal to me. But looking back on it, in the moment, it's kind of oh my god, are you okay? Type of situation. I'm oh yeah, I'm fine. It's not, nothing's wrong. But that happened while she was 60, way down into this fucking crazy ass experience that still to this day trips me out to hear about. Because I don't know what the fuck you had going on, what that experience was, but it's pretty on par with kind of my beliefs a little bit, potential beliefs, that if there is something, it's not what we think it is. And since it was, you ripped it off. Yeah, that's right. I ripped the toenail off because it was just bothering me. And to me, it wasn't that big of a deal because it wasn't like I ripped my whole like my big toenail, I didn't just like rip it off for the fun of it. But like in the moment, being cooked on some edibles, that's definitely a fucked up thing to hear out of nowhere. I think about that experience every single day. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, it is just such a unique one because it really does seem like you had some sort of interaction with something. I don't know. Hell yeah, edibles. What up, mate? A man who knows a thing about. Beyond Bert, what if you talked to your ancestors in that moment? And they were giving you the pass. How much was it again? It wasn't a ton. You didn't take like an astronomical amount. Like 25, 30? Last weekend I ate too much. I thought I was in a simulation. I was trying to wake up. Took a 5-hour nap. God, it's probably some of the best nap you've ever had in your life. Oh shit, you did 60 milligrams? That is kind of a lot. Thinking about it, I forgot how much it was. I feel like for those people who are affected by edibles, anything over 25, 35 is like, if you're not like eating them every fucking day. Anything over 25, 35 is quite a bit in my eyes. 50 is a good, a bit. 75 is a lot. 100 is a shit ton. I don't know if I ever will take that much again. Maybe. Yeah, but Joey Diaz, we can't. That's not a good comparison. That's like someone who smokes like 5 joints a day, and they're like, "Oh yeah, I don't smoke that much. I mean, look how much Snoop Dogg smokes." It's like, well, yeah, but 5 joints a day is kind of a lot of joints. My dad eats 200 milligrams of just crazy. Dude, your dad is. I want to hang out with your dad so bad. What do I got to do to come out there and do edibles with you and your dad? That sounds like a fun trip. I'm pretty sure I would just die on 200. I don't know. That might just be like my last day. The one time I did 100, it was I don't even know. I don't even know how to explain it. There was an out of body experience. I was drooling. I pretty sure I don't even know, dude. I couldn't comprehend time. I dabbed when I was younger, here and there. Really start getting into it with my siblings. Oh man, his brownies that I ate 1/8 of and see colors and shit. He'll eat 2 or 3 and feel a slight buzz. That's crazy. I mean, you showed me a picture of one of them that, like the amount that he was using on a batch or something like that, if I remember right. And I was like, Jesus Christ, man. It was so much weed. I was like, oh my God. Dad's a legend. You're catching up though, man. You fucking... Edibles are good. It's just nice to fucking long work week, come home, pop a couple tinnies, or eat something that's just absolutely ginormous like a 50-60 and just see what happens. I feel like you're doing it right though, because you're, I don't know. I want to go out and do like hikes and shit more often while on edibles. And I live in the fucking state to do it. It's hard to beat Utah for its hikes. Those Mormons sure did have a good taste for land. Just their taste in young women was very not not good, very questionable. What's up, bitch? Yeah, I would love to. I was talking about that one night on here that I feel like I've lost. I don't know if you were here who I was talking to, but we were talking about nature. It was Iron Chef. Shout out Iron Chef, the fucking goat, man. He streams here. We met him through the podcast, and he played for the New York Yankees, and he won't tell anyone who he was on the Yankees because he wants to stay like. I think he just doesn't want that to be like what he's known for or associated with. And he's this older gentleman who fucking is the shit at Age of Empires, and he just streams Age of Empires, talks some shit, smokes some cigarettes, carves stuff. He's the fucking man. But anyways, I was talking with him one day about just nature in general and just all that type of stuff, and he made a really good point of like nature is a companion when you're in it, and when you're around it enough it becomes a companion. And like that resonated with me because I feel like I lost that companion. Like I haven't done in the past 3 or 4 years, like I haven't done as much like as I had in, what's the best way to explain this? These past 3 or 4 years is the least I've been in nature my whole entire life. Like, I was always out doing shit. Like, exploring the West Desert, mountains, hikes and shit, like. And I feel like I've lost that, like, part of just, like, not going out. I don't know, it's weird. I think how he explained it is good. It's like, it's just like nature is a companion, but for me it just doesn't feel like I have that companion anymore in nature, because it's just I'm not out partaking, right? And not for any good reason either, just literally just me not doing it. A lot of motherfuckers out here, man. They mind their business. Oh shit. Ah! Well, we're in trouble, boys. Damn. Ron, I saw you've been doing a bunch of shit this year. Camping and going all over the place. Except it looked cold as fuck. Reaper. Motherfucker. He blew up my torch. Alright. Like I said, we're nomad this time around. We're taking everything with us and we're packing up and getting the fuck out. I mean, the same shit's gonna happen if you go back. I don't know. I don't want to talk you out of it, because if you think it sounds fun, then go do it, but I like the dudes in the Discord a lot. They're good people. And I feel like there's some cool people. I'm not part of the Mythic group. I'm not going to raid. Oh, well, I mean... Well, that's the thing, though, is, like, you can always get into Mythics with those guys, like... if you aren't running, like, the main keys with them, like... I'm sure they got alts that can run the lower keys until you get geared. I mean, fuck it. The worst case scenario is, like, if you're not gonna commit to raiding, then just go fucking hang out. Did you see that they are, I was kind of surprised by this, but they are going to do Panda. Yeah, me too. They're going to do Panda Classic servers, which I guess they're probably just going to go until people stop playing. I don't know. I really thought that they were going to find a stopping point after Wrath, but it doesn't look like they're going to. Sucks. I feel like the only thing that would really interest me at this point in my life now with that is, like, if I knew I could get a spot in a hardcore raid group, I would like to have that under my belt. Because that's kind of like how I look at some of these gaming things. Is like, I kind of want to have, like, the acolyte of saying, like, I beat Ragnaros on hardcore. I feel like that would just be a cool thing to have under my belt. But Classic Grind is very, very AIDS, and I'm not confident in my ability. Jesus Christ, what the hell? And there's just a hole in the ground. I'm not confident in my ability to actually get to 60 and then get geared and not die. And I don't think I could do multiple attempts, you know? I wish it was the disc release. Oh yeah, like I watched some of, I kept up on a bunch of that shit. In like the hardcore groups and whatnot. It is fun to watch, because, like, especially since you know the game and you know what's, like, going on, to see all the different stuff from, like, a hardcore mindset mentality. It's pretty entertaining. But bro, if I was in that group with Tyler One, where they fucked up on not Domo, Baron, and I watched the replay and watched what some of those fuckers did. Oh, dude. People thought he crashed out bad. Bro, I would have lost every bit of my mind. Like, I felt like he kept that anger pretty respectable, all things considered. Because I watched some of those and I was like, I was getting pissed just from a backseat point of view. There were some dumb, greedy motherfuckers there. Oh, shit. This is a dumb idea. I don't even have to shoot. I really need to find some iron that isn't down in this death pit. So then I can go down in this death pit. But yeah, I mean, I'm sure as much as you know, Raw, like any being a WoW addict for the majority of my life, like you always think about going back, but I truly think that I'm done. I felt like even though things seem okay, uh, I burnt some bridges and lowered a couple friendships in this last situation with the current expansion and how I handled myself, um, and that kind of made it very easy for me to walk away. And then nothing really, like, the only thing that really interests me in playing is just strictly like playing with the homies, but like I don't think I can, uh, which is fine. Like I don't plan to, and I don't really necessarily want to, but I also don't think that I it would probably have to be with different people, sadly. Uh, and that's me being the problem, not them. So, or not anyone in particular being the problem outside of me being the problem. But I also don't necessarily want to play the game. I don't really care about the story. Don't really care about rating. Don't really care about PvP. Just it just I don't know. There's too many other really good games out there to want to spend another 100 hours. The story now kind of sucks. Yeah, I don't even. I've tried to keep up on it, and I don't care. Like, yeah, dude. As is everyone. I think GTA 6 is going to be groundbreaking. The way that some of the people who have insider information on GTA 6 are talking is that it's going to be so, like, crazy that if you get on and get into, like, their role playing stuff early on, or get on to GTA, like, online servers and provide certain things, like, there's people who are going to be able to make livings off of just GTA. And I don't quite understand what that means yet, but I mean, I'm gonna fucking get on there and try and figure something out. Because how crazy would that be if you just fucking if your job is just GTA 6 and you're not even like content creation or YouTube stuff, just legit like fucking selling drugs on GTA or some shit. Yeah, I did hear that, and that's the one part that I don't really know what to do. My question is, okay, so it's coming out on PlayStation, Xbox first, but does that mean that it will come out on Xbox, like, dashboard or Xbox Pass? If so, then I could still play it on the PC, or is it just 100% not on the PC? Because I really, really don't want to buy a console. Like, really, really don't want to buy a console. That's fucking whack. Well, if there's a fucking game that would get me to buy a console, it'd probably be that game. By God, I really don't want to do that. Consoles are fucking whack. Are you gonna get a console then? And play it on console? I mean, I guess that's true. Guess it would be cheaper than a fucking new PC. Oh, shit. What do I gotta do to get some fucking iron in this game? It's crazy. Yeah, that's true. Just weird. You would think that, I don't know. I haven't looked at numbers in a long time, but like, are the majority of people who game still gaming on consoles? Like, I don't think that's possible, right? I would assume the majority of people are playing on a PC. You may not rest now, there are monsters. Jesus Christ. Game, come the fuck on. Sorry, my phone's acting weird. I mean, I don't know why they would wait or not want to drop it with PC. Because I feel like if their whole intention is to get this crazy amount of people on like their online servers and shit, like the spenders and the fucking whales and shit are gonna be on PC. They're not gonna be on PlayStation and Xbox. At least I can't imagine. Yeah, and majority of streamers. I'm sure the streamers will fucking do whatever they gotta do, but I imagine they're all pushing just to have it on PC so they don't have to try and stream through an Xbox or whatever. That just seems like a pain in the ass. I mean, I'll definitely do it. I'll get it situated because I wholeheartedly plan to stream that game for a lot of hours. Because I don't think there's a world where it flops. They've made too much money to not release the best game ever. I think that's the only thing that will play against them, is that people legitimately are expecting it to be the greatest game ever made. And I mean, it probably should be, right? I think that's why we haven't heard anything about Elder Scrolls 6, because I think they're afraid of the hype train, especially with how Starfield fell flat. Sounds like it's like how Cyberpunk was supposed to be. It'd go into every shop, yeah. It should be the best. I don't know, man. I think it's risky not to drop PC at the same time. Maybe that's their plan. They want people to buy it twice, which is exactly what would happen. I bought Skyrim like 6 times. Okay, we got some iron, we got some coal. Let's get this shit rolling. Shit. God fucking damn it, dude. I hate this game. Oh, man. All right. Round 8. The going slow method isn't working, so we're not doing that anymore. It's boring, and it just fucks me in the long. I think we're just gonna build everything over by that fucking portal. I mean, no reason not to, right? We'll just build on this little island and start digging down here. Bucket. And then we'll build our portal and shit here. It's not a bad little fucking bit of stuff either. Hey, it's turtle. Take it easy, man. It was good talking to you. We keep missing each other on Discord. I'll have to make sure to hop in when I see you. Have a good night, man. Take it easy. Ooh, Tarkov. Never played it. We need to get down on some squad or Hell Let Loose. Or I also have the Revolutionary or Civil War one, which is super fun. Is it the Civil War one or Revolutionary War? One of them. Super fun. I think it's the Civil War one that I have. Oh, fuck, I guess we just use this gold pickaxe. Damn. Gold pickaxe already gone. It was cool while it lasted. For 7 seconds. Just like me. Oh, I need to actually go. The fuck are you sticking? Yo, what up, Goals? My guy. What are you up to? Oh shit, what up, pig? What's up, officer? Okay. Let's start going down. Music still playing? Or is it fucking stop playing? Just a spooky part, I guess. Minecraft spooky music. Chilling? Hell yeah. Same here, man. Did you work today? I got a dookie helmet. We're not getting any iron or anything, man. Getting a whole lot of dick. Yeah, it's so good. Minecraft has and forever will have some of the best music. Too bad the music doesn't help me find any fucking iron. Where it be? Where it hiding? Why it no want to be found? We're gonna get all the way down to fucking diamond territory. Alright, let's start going straight for a bit. Need some iron. I didn't forget my fucking iron supplement. Oh, well. Hit the water. We want that. I also hear something dying, which is troublesome. We're not getting any iron, man. It's crazy. Almost threw all the wood. Don't have any goddamn iron to speak of. Yeah, I might be too low for iron. Want anything to do with that lapis? You a fucking lazuli, man. Ah, there we go. Alright. It took fucking forever. That shit cooking immediately. though I haven't ran into anyone yet. It's crazy. I don't hear anything. I don't see anything. Just really in the depths, I guess. So much for no more slow mode. Jesus Christ. Yeah, nothing. Alright guys, we're gonna have to call it for the night here. I'll try and do some more farming on the off time if I have any. Honestly, pretty much all my off time is just streaming nowadays, so I don't really get a whole lot of non-free time that I'm not streaming, so that's what I'm saying, man. Where are all the creepers at? Creeper. Have a good night. Go Eagles. Beyond Bird. Anyone else lurking and watching, I appreciate you guys. Tomorrow, I don't think I'm gonna stream tomorrow. If I do, it'll be late at night. Saturday, I'll do some shit during the day. And Sunday is our first tournament day, so tune in for that. Good night, everybody.